What up? It's your girl DJ Jazzy T, and shout out to the Progress Report.
The Progress Report.
What's going on? It's your girl Lala Shepherd. This is the Progress Report.
Boss Brit the most lit.
What's up? It's your girl DJ T.
Hey, we got our first guest of the evening. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, girls, how we doing?
Hey,
I'm DJ Jazzy T.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We appreciate you being here with us this evening. How you
Thank you
feeling?
for having me. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling damn good. I had a drink over there 255, so I'm feeling good.
255.
What's your drink of choice?
Let's see. They used to call me Henshell Obama in school.
Damn. Oh, dude.
I've converted to a new cognac.
Say I converted.
It's called Noir King. It's actually a black-owned cognac, the only black-owned cognac in the world. So.
Dope.
Okay.
You can find it in any store, like.
Peace.
I got you.
Y'all got me right. There we go.
My double ass.
We're fishing now.
Thank you.
Lala a little slow.
I know I am, and I don't understand Mike.
We've been here for like a year. She's still like, how do I adjust the mic?
The last time I tried to adjust the mic, so y'all DJ, so y'all know what y'all doing on the mic. So the last time I tried to adjust the mic, I broke the whole shit. I don't even know how it happened. Like, I don't know if my hand's extra heavy or what, but
Yeah, them monster hands.
damn. Anyway, so back to this cognac. So what's it called again? You said it's
It's
black
called
owned?
Noir King. It's French for Black King.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna
Dope.
check that out. I'm gonna check that
New
out.
Art King.
Well, we like to welcome our guests by doing a friendly game. So,
Okay.
we're going to do this game called the password game with you, okay?
Okay.
So, what we're going to do...
She like, I don't know what y'all.
Right. So, look. So, what we're going to do is we are going to have you pick out anything out of this lucky little knapsack here.
Okay.
Not a knapsack.
Then we can't look at it, but you have to, like, throw around, like, synonyms and different hints as to what it is so we can guess what the word is. So, don't tell us what the word is. And don't show us the actual
Cinnamon?
synonyms, man. I said it wrong.
Synonyms.
Y'all fucked up.
Y'all can't see.
Yeah, we can't see it, but you
Go around
got
some cinnamon and
synonyms, man.
how sweet it is.
Antonyms.
M&M's.
So I have to describe it.
Yeah, just
without-
describe
but
that
I
thing,
think-
and
I
we get
think,
to
only
guess
one keyword that will help us figure it out.
Yeah, we got to guess it.
one keyword.
One keyword.
Okay, is
You all right? Use your keyword. It's
oh,
No.
shit, I can only
No, do your thing. Don't listen to her.
the sky.
Star.
Heaven.
high.
Plane.
That's,
Bird.
that's real broad, right?
Galaxy. Planet.
No limit.
They keep having problems with them.
Birds.
Satellites.
These hoes.
Wait. Oh. They keep having problems with them.
Girl!
It's in the sky.
Aliens.
Planes? No. Plane?
Airplanes.
Oh, I said that.
Okay, that's a good one.
Was that
Okay.
kinda good? Did I
That
do
was
right?
pretty cool. That was cool. We're gonna have you do like one more, at least one. At
They
least
keep
one
having
more, maybe
problems
two
with
more.
it.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
you know
cool.
The 757, the Boeing.
Now
I
they
did
do be
hear
having
about that.
problems. Like, we all scared to travel now.
Girl, I got
Like,
a flight.
All right, so you said I can't look at it either. I just gotta
well,
take
you can look at it,
okay.
but we can't look at that thing. She said the sky.
Yeah, that was real broad. Come on, you got
Okay,
to be a little.
I gotta be more specific.
yeah.
Okay, you use them to get rid of things.
Right?
It's
What?
sharp.
Knives. That's us Spanish
Oh.
people.
It ain't
Swords.
nothing to K count. Famous.
Cut that bitch
Y'all.
off scissors. I know I know how to cut that bitch off.
You know how
Snip,
to know
snip, hoe.
when that song
Snip,
called,
snip, hoe.
when that song come on, that's I hate when she say that. She be like,
You never told me that.
snip, snip, ho.
All the shit coming out now.
Right, I would have never guessed it.
All right, we're gonna have you do one more because you're doing such a great job, and I'm determined to get a win because she keep getting a win.
And she
so.
killing it.
She killing it. I know. She
Period.
two
I've
for
already
two.
won.
One
You
more,
get 2 out of 3. Can't
Of course,
come
you
back
got the
from that.
scissor.
All right, let's see.
That's a good one.
All right.
All right,
Oh my god,
You motherfuckers childish.
I'm ready.
The best rapper alive.
Lil Wayne.
Jay-Z.
I win, girl.
All right, fuck this game, man. I'm done.
Do I get a prize?
But you did good though.
You ain't hit the
I ain't
button.
gonna
Okay.
A buzzer. We never said we had a buzzer.
Anyways,
Boss
nah,
bitch
you
took
did
that
great
one,
though.
man.
You
Champion.
think he's the best rapper alive?
Good question.
I
the
would
best
say
rapper
it was,
retired.
at one point he was.
Bro, do you remember when Wayne was like,
the best
That
rapper.
guy.
alive.
Wayne
was.
was a Drake?
For sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like how Drake
yes.
is right now?
Yes. Yes, guys.
It
Yes.
was different times. Like to
Yeah.
call him a
It was-
Drake is like
But I'm saying any song he jumped on, you
Hard.
wanna put-
he
you
had
saying
crazy
that.
features.
Yeah.
He held it down for
Hella
himself.
mixtape.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it was, it was a good time in music.
I'm saying
You
Yeah.
saying that
I'm
like
not
he was just that
relevant,
guy. That guy.
Not
Right.
saying like Drake is better than him.
Yeah,
or not.
Wayne
Right.
had
I'm
it.
just saying
He had
what
it on
Drake
lock.
is doing now, like
It's
jump
his
on that.
time.
For
I
sure.
feel like everybody have their time.
That's a fact.
That's
It's just
true.
crazy. Like sometimes when somebody's so hot like that, you don't see him like being
Ever falling off. Not falling off, but ever not
Yeah.
being that person. True.
It's crazy.
But yeah, now
Sad.
Wayne, though, I mean, that's definitely a great argument, a great debate. You know what I mean? Because he's been relevant since like our minds was different. You know, we was on way different shit. Like I was wearing the big the belts that had the light up. I had my name and all that shit. You know what I mean? The Go
What it say?
DJ. You know what I mean?
What it
Like,
say? What it
man,
say?
my shit was hard. You know, I got a long name, so I had my whole name on
That
there
shit
one
wrapped
time.
around her whole- Shepherd in the back. That shit had the headband on.
I definitely did. Yeah, I was geared up. But
No,
anyways,
no,
though, we're
the
gonna talk more
headband.
about Miss Jazzy T. So,
Jazzy
let
T.
the world know where you from originally.
So I was born in Davenport, Iowa. I know. I know it's so random. And then when I was 3, my mom moved to Memphis. And so my early years was in Memphis, and I was 10 years old. I actually moved to Lithonia, Georgia.
That's
so,
where I live at right now.
So Memphis, Lithonia is mainly where I
the L.
grew up at.
Okay.
So
Memphis,
gang.
man. I always say that some of my favorite rappers and artists come from Memphis. Like, I
Absolutely.
love a lot of they artists out there. Like, it's just something about them, you know.
Juicy J is legendary.
Legend,
Period.
man. There's so many of them. Like, we can just go down the list. But, talk about coming up in Memphis and then talk about some of your favorite artists from Memphis, too.
One of my favorite artists, actually the first female rapper that I can remember hearing was Gangsta Boo.
Yes.
And they ended up, I don't know how the hell it got on the radio, but Nasty Trick, her first single ended up on radio. And just from hearing Nasty Trick, it just like I was just fully indulged in the 3-6 Mafia. Like, well, then it was 666 Mafia. They used to come on cassette tapes. I don't know if y'all remember. I'm telling my age now.
Nah,
I'm
you
telling my
good,
age
you
now.
good.
They used to
I
come
got
on
'em.
cassette tapes. So from having the 666 Mafia cassette tapes to the Tommy Wright III Player Fly cassette tapes, all the way
Fly.
to the
Damn.
Gotti era. Right when Gotti started getting hot is when I transitioned from Memphis to Atlanta. So, but the whole 3-6, A-Ball and MJG, Skinny Pimp, Player
You say you
Fly,
was 10
that was
when you moved to Atlanta? Damn, so you was like in it like that, getting cassettes at
Yep.
like 9?
Yep, I used to have when I used to get perms.
Yeah.
They used to have this perm called Just For Me.
Yeah.
I remember the Just For Me.
Just
I
For
remember
Me.
that. I was dead.
That commercial was loud, for sure.
They used to have
Everybody
a
had that
single
per-
though
for
on
sure.
Just For Me.
Yeah.
That was their single. So, but it used to
wow.
come with the tape. They used to come with the perm box. So I
That's
used
some
to
country
smart.
shit.
So I used to
But
get
that's
the,
smart.
I used to take the tape and put tissue inside the 2 holes
Yeah, of
and
course.
put clear invisible tape to make it a clear tape. So I would go on the radio and record only the songs that I would want to hear. So it'd be a mixtape.
Do y'all remember you could record over
when
those?
she
Yeah,
said
you
it
do.
just now,
You gotta
Yeah.
press the
Boombox.
record in the play real quick.
Yeah, that's
record the
crazy.
boombox.
So even though you moved out
That's
here at
throwback.
10, you feel like Memphis really had an influence on you?
Absolutely. Because then R&B was heavy in Memphis as well. So just definitely played a major role. But when I came out here, that was when the Baby D camp was heavy. So it was Freaknik had just kind of like ended. Well, not ended, but it was like weighing down. So that was a whole transformation. That was when what's his name, Chris Lover Luda was on radio. So but.
Chris Love.
Ain't that
Love.
something?
And were your parents like into that music too?
Oh yeah, my mom raised me. She was heavy into R&B, but she also, my granddad was white, so she had a little pop side to her. Top 40.
Say that.
She was
Word.
clatching. My mom got a real clatching
Classic.
mama.
That's hilarious.
That's cool. What would you say made you fall in love with music, though?
I would have to say just I'm a down south Memphis, Georgia girl. So when it came to beats, like the bass, the drums, like the bass line, hearing just it moved my body. Then hearing like the beat will always catch my attention, but then the lyrics. If the lyrics was cool, it helped. But even though I focused on the beats, but if I had I had even up north rappers, it was hard converting from just loving down south music to understanding up north music, like Jay-Z and at the time Notorious B.I.G. But once I got it and I heard the words, I understood the words, I was like, oh shit. So just just music in general, from the beat to the lyrics to the feeling to the way it make you feel, all that. So
I definitely agree with that. I always say, production is the first thing that I hear. I don't even hear the lyrics really, but so I was kind of slow when it came around to because I'm from the Midwest, but I was kind of slow when it came to the East Coast sound. It took me a minute to get into it because I was always big into the Southern sound myself, so I get that. But then, like you said, once you heard what they saying some shit, So what about DJing though? Like, when did you, start DJing, and how'd you even think to even start DJing?
Well, I was a first generation college student. I was broke as hell. I had to figure the shit out quick. So my homeboy at the time, he was like running nightlife in Nashville. I went to school at Tennessee State University. And he was running nightlife. Like, he was DJing, he was throwing parties. So I started off as a promoter my freshman year. And then we had a radio station on campus. And from the radio station, I figured it out. I ended up getting my own show. And then one time we had the equipment set up in the studio, and it was like, I started fucking around with it or whatever. And shit, can I cuss?
You can cuss.
That's the progress of fucking reporting. No, you can.
I'm so filtered on radio. Like,
No, you good.
no, but so from there, just playing around with the turntables, my homeboy Christ was like, yo, you should DJ. And I'm like, I don't know. Went to the club that night. He kind of showed me, like, you do this, you do that. I'm like, oh shit, it's kind of lit. Like, because I saw the reaction of how people would be in the crowd. So I was like, oh shit, you make them fight? Damn, you can make them slow down. Wow, like, this is awesome.
That's true though.
So from there, then him telling me, I asked him how much he got a night. After he told me the number, I was sold. I was like, oh yeah, let me try to DJ. So, but from there, I started doing radio. I was kind of shy with radio in college, but I just did it just to do it. But once I started getting internships with the local radio station, then I came back home and interned with Greg Street and DJ Scream at the same time.
That's hard.
They made me, them two alone, what Scream had me doing while interning with him, just hitting the streets, hitting up the South DeKalbs, the West Ends, dropping off mixtapes. And what Greg Street had me doing on the radio, I was like, that shit was legendary. I wanted to do radio. That's when I was like, all right, radio might be a thing. Let me figure it out.
So, like, what things did they have, like, did Greg Street have you doing?
Greg Street had me, it was lit. So, Brian Cameron came on before Greg Street at the time. He was doing middays, and then Greg, he always had 6 o'clock. So, Ryan Cameron interns was always stressed the fuck out. Like, they was like the coffee getters, Greg Street actually had me behind the board. Like, he had me behind the board, showing me how to do this, showing me, like, how, and he does his show live, like, no matter what. So, when it came to the mix show, at the time, he had DJ Infamous, Ludacris DJ, and DJ Jelly DJing for him. DJ Jelly is fucking legendary. Watching him live, like, so during from like 6 to 8, I would just be in there with Greg Street, just doing little stuff, taking callers when winners come, just, little stuff like that. But when Jelly come, I would automatically go in the mix room and just watch, and just, it was crazy. And then Scream, he had me more so, this one, Hood Rich Radio was first getting off the ground with Hip Hop Nation. He had me he was heavy on mixtapes. Like, Scream was doing all the hot mixtapes then. So when it came his distribution of mixtapes, he would distribute through all the malls and through all the outlet malls, the 280, the flea markets. So I would be the runner, like, dropping them off, making sure all the mixtapes is lined up. So it was a dope,
So you say, like, you worked with these people like it's nothing, you know what I mean? Like, those are some big names. So how did you get picked? What did you have to do to get picked to do those internships? 'Cause I'm sure you're not the only one wanting that position. You know what I mean?
I prayed. Shout out to God. But no, I just worked hard. Like, it was one of those, like, all right, either you ask for what you want, either they gonna say no, or they gonna rock with you. And I just came correct. I was like, look, I'm just getting started. I reached out to a couple, other people that ain't rocking with me. Rock with me, I promise you, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna get it done. Whatever needs to be done, I'm gonna do it. And from then, I was like, well, shit, we gotta give her the internship. Now she said she gonna work, but I still had to, you can talk all day, but once I actually showed, like, oh shit, I can really do this shit, they was like, oh yeah, come on, we got you. And honestly, everything that I've gotten thus far is because of some dope person that I knew that put me on.
Straight up. And let's just shout out to DJ Scream and Greg Street as well, because Scream, he's always been a person that, you know, he'll, especially like you just said, if you ask for something, he'll definitely, you know, give, like, you know what I mean? Like, Scream don't mind giving you that knowledge and that hands-on experience. So to this day, shout out to him. He's a great person. Now let's talk about school for a minute. Now you said you was in college. Did you graduate by chance?
Yep, I graduated. I graduated.
Okay.
I could, if I knew I was gonna be a DJ, I'd get that motherfucker back.
I feel that.
Because look, we all have had our school experiences, and I just want to ask you, you know, what's your thoughts on school in relation to, you know, entertainment and what you do now?
And what did you study?
Yeah.
I was a mass communication, radio, television, broadcast.
That's
what kind of tied into
It was cool,
True.
She
but
like,
network from TSU, I got networking. Like, you know what I'm saying? That made me, you know, just figure it out. Just it made me really understand it's all about who you know and keep good relationships. You know, other than that, man, that shit, I can't tell you too much. I learned from TSU how to survive. I became a woman at TSU, so definitely how to survive, how to really stand on my own, you know what I'm saying, figure it out. You know, you're back against the wall, what you gonna do? You gonna cry, go back home, or you gonna figure this shit out? So TSU did taught me that.
True. I'm always curious, you know, because I tell kids, like, you know, it's important. I definitely agree with the networking aspect. And then, too, it does teach you a lot about just, you know, real life shit. Like, it's just interacting with other people and teamwork and stuff like that. But just kind of like you said, I can't remember too much that I learned from the school, but it's just the stuff that you take away from it.
but
And being the first generation, I wanted to, like, you know, now my younger cousins, they're interested in going to college, and they smart. Like, I just did the shit just to figure, you know, to make a better life for myself, but to open the door to my family to, like, wanting to go to college, that was, you know, that was cool.
And it seemed like that's when you started DJing, right?
That's when I started DJing.
That's when I started DJing too, and it was like, shit, everything does happen for a reason. You know what I mean? Because you probably wouldn't have met, you know, the boy if it wasn't for that.
Facts,
you know
facts,
what I'm saying?
facts.
So, but sometimes when you look back at the like what you owe and shit, be like, bye.
I could have skipped a couple days.
So you still paying off student loans?
Absolutely.
I am too. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm, you know, it's, but you know, I see debt free in my future though.
Absolutely.
For sure. So,
Absolutely.
it's coming.
For sure. Now talk about being a female in your position though. You know, talk about just how was that coming up being a DJ and just from your perspective, because I'm always curious to know how ladies deal with, you know, the entertainment business and how it was for you.
Well, now it's a little different, but I speak on before and now. So before I was only just a DJ. So just growing up being a DJ, a female DJ, of course, I would get the looks from when I walk in the club, like with the big ass equipment, they looking at me like, oh, what's she doing? You know what I'm saying? So it'll go from that to actually getting on stage, doing mic check, hooking my shit up. And it's like I always feel that person in the corner just looking at me like, I wonder if she really know what the hell she doing or she just in here for play. So once I kind of get that, like, you know, I just know it's somewhere in the room, you know. But me, I'm so cool and I'm going to keep the fuck going. I'm going to hook up, plug up, then I'm play. And just feeling those, like, that energy shift from what she gonna do to like, damn, she dope. Like, you know, it's just a sense of just, I don't know. So I've always been faced with stereotypes, of course, but once I start playing and once I get in my zone, like I ignore all that shit. You know, I ignore all that shit. Now, being a radio personality, with specifically in my building, being the only black woman, kind of like during the midday, it's kind of, you know, it's interesting, but I recognize my position and I'm thankful for it. So I've just learned how to just, you know, be mindful of where you at, but most of all, just do your work and be good at it and enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. If you ain't enjoying it, your ass need to go home and figure it out.
That's a fact.
What radio station are you on?
I'm on 96.7 to be this iHeart Radio. We're the newest station in town.
So are you spinning or is it like a show?
Yep, both. I'm on. Shit, now I'm back on 7 days. So I'm Monday through Friday. I have a co-host, Terry J. Shout out to Terry J. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I have a live mix show on Thursday. So tomorrow at noon, make sure y'all be listening.
For sure.
Dope.
And then on Saturday and Sundays, it's the Jazzy with the T show. It's just me. So.
Okay.
Nice.
So being how'd you transition from internship to getting your own show?
Man, struggling, just staying there. Like working for that $10 an hour, you know, showing up at shit where people will cancel and call in sick, you know, being a fill-in, and just doing the work. Like, but I just stayed consistent with it. Like, even though there were times that, you know, I was an intern, but I also had another whole full-time job. I used to work for the Discovery Channel, and I'm also a mom. So I'm a mom. So, and I'm also in the clubs at night. So multiple hustles. Like, the hustle don't stop. She don't sleep, you know, and just from there, having people recognize the grind, like, oh shit, she really working, like, and you know, the product was good, so it's like she worked, she dope, give her a chance.
That's right.
So
Everybody that got their own show on the radio seems like they had to start
Work for it from the
Absolutely.
bottom.
yeah,
Unless you had a crazy brand already, it seemed like they all had to put in that work.
yeah, it's putting in the work, but most of all, if you dope at what you do, you know, you can't monetize or compare your success or your time to another person. You just gotta, you know, when it's your time, just be ready. Don't be bullshit.
So what tips do you have, like, with balancing everything out that you got going on?
I meditate a lot. I pray a lot. For those who spiritual, definitely stay connected with God. I smoke a lot of weed.
Okay, let's be clear.
Just for those, you know, those times where, you know, I have to figure it out. I need to slow down because I move a lot. I work out. I'm starting to eat clean. I'm trying.
Okay, it's a little hard.
It's
We're trying to eat, you know.
But
do
for the
our
most
thing.
part, you know, the biggest thing is staying connected with God. I pray a lot. Having some sense of, like, knowing how to disconnect and then reconnect, you know, knowing your purpose and just being happy, realizing that, like, we really on this earth, you know, forever long. So live every day as if it was your last. Be thankful, be happy, and keep God first. That's my advice.
That's real shit. What's been like your favorite memory thus far? Just thinking back on your whole career, even if it was college days, what's been your favorite memory that you created?
Favorite memory? Oh, probably when, I grew up with DJ Pretty Boy Tank. Shout out to Tank.
Shout out to Tank.
And he had an artist, Bankroll Freshman, so rest in peace. They had just released this Take Over Your Trap movie, him and 2 Chainz, the movie, the independent movie they had. And I thought it was a good idea to show it because I still stay well connected with TSU Mass Communication Department. So and we have a big theater within our department that we never really use. So I was like, you know, I think it'd be dope if Bankroll Fresh came to Nashville and basically did a movie premiere and just kind of like, you know, and at the time Bank was lit.
I remember that.
Like, he was
I remember
crazy.
that.
Like, he was, you know, the up and coming. He had just dropped a song with somebody, one of them walked in, and from there, you know, he was lit.
Travis, Porter.
So just seeing the reaction on the student's face, bringing him in, and then having a dope interview, that whole day was just like dope. And then, you know, of course, a week later, the situation happened. But
Then it was just a week later.
it was like a couple of weeks later. So, but you know, but that was a dope
For sure.
experience. So.
I remember when y'all did that too, so that was awesome that you was able to, you know, bring them to a different state, you know, definitely. So our final question, we like to ask people what the word progress means to them because that's the name of our show. We talk about getting better and growth and all that good stuff. So what does the word mean to you?
Progress. Progress for me, I would say moving forward. For me in my personal life, I could say I'm making progress. But just opening up to my story more. I got a new podcast coming out as well, Jazzy with the T, and it's just moving forward with what I've gone through thus far in the industry, and you know, moving forward. Y'all got me on that one.
Nah, that's right. I mean, everybody, you know, say their own definition, so it's no specific, you know, one-ended answer. But yeah, we appreciate you sharing your story with us, and I'm sure we can inspire some other young people out there.
Absolutely.
For sure. Well, let them know your social media.
My social media is DJ Jazzy T for Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, DJ Jazzy T 13.